Okay, we're live. All good.
Feels like it's been a little while, doesn't it?
It does feel like it's been a while, to be fair.
I guess it has.
It also feels like it's been a while setting this up.
It has been a while setting this up.
No. That's my phone.
Is it your phone? Anyway, while Sandy answers the phone. So we're here. We're here at SRA HQ, affectionately known as Terry Towers after Dr. Terence Palmer, really. Somebody that we hold in a very, very high esteem. Sadly not with us anymore, and he would have loved being in the castle where we are now. So this is our spiritual home. This is SRA HQ. We're nearly sorted in getting it ready. It has been a while since we've been able to get in here and get everything as we want it, but we do have our official opening tomorrow, where we'll be inviting some of our practitioners in to come and join us. But obviously many of our practitioners are all around the world, so we will be opening a Zoom link for them, and we will be toasting their health and their sovereignty, probably.
And the sovereignty.
And their sovereignty. So exciting times ahead.
Yeah, it feels like we've had a bit of a day, really. We've both been here for the first time in probably 3 weeks.
Yeah.
As we both took a bit of time off just to kind of chill, relax, and try and kind of recover from the last, 2 years, I guess. Obviously, SRA has been running for 2 years effectively, even though most people have only been aware of it for the last year, I guess, since September. So we've had kind of quite a journey in that time. And I think it's fair to say that things have been pretty hectic, but we've got some amazing accomplishments, really. We never thought when we sat down and came up with the idea of buying a domain name that we'd have run 3 in-person courses, 2 in the UK, 1 in obviously New York State, Ithaca, and the online
course
group is running. We had the online group last night, actually, which was quite funny.
Absolutely brilliant. Really, really good. So the online, because we've got different time zones, we do it in the morning as well as the evening for our practitioners and students coming through. And it was a big milestone. Yesterday we got them through the protocol. Yesterday we got them through working their first clearing. So it was a fantastic way to see how they've progressed over the last sort of few months, learning online, and then able to go in and working with the facilitators and mediums and actually doing their first live clearing. It's a great thing to see, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was amazing. I think it's one of those things that when we talked about the online course, I know that people that are following SRA and following what we're doing noticed that there was a long delay between, we kept saying we were going to come out with the online course, and then it was delayed by a few months, and then delayed by another few months, because we were working behind the scenes to try and work out how to actually orchestrate running that course and how it would work online. Doing it in a room with people for 5 days is easy from our perspective, because people are trapped with us for 5 days, basically. But obviously running it online is a very different beast altogether, and training mediums to work with facilitators online over Zoom is something that we haven't done, and we'd spent a lot of time working out how we could kind of orchestrate and configure that. And last night was the first time that happened, and it worked really well. So I think it's fair to say we're both
groundbreaking, wasn't it?
Yeah. So from our perspective,
that's brilliant.
We kind of know now the online course is basically good to go, really. So we are planning upon starting to release online courses probably on a monthly basis. So if you're interested in doing online, we haven't really had online applications you can apply on the website at the moment, and that goes into kind of like a holding area from our perspective. But we are now actually starting to schedule people in. People are being contacted by the SRA management team just for a quick chat around the application. So if you've applied to do the online course, you will get a call back from us. Somebody will speak to you just to check that you're right for us and we're right for you, and set the expectation in terms of what we deliver and how we're going to deliver things and how we run things, really. And then we're planning to get the online courses, the next one going probably in January, I guess. Yeah,
absolutely. Certainly early into the new year. And this is what we're doing now, that certainly December, we're going to concentrate with the students that we already have and the practitioners that we already have, supporting them. And we've got the Ithaca students now coming through for their certification. So they're coming through to the final part of their training before they're released into the big wide world with their certificates and their certification, working through their practices. in the meantime, Andy and I will be here working with the management team of SRA, planning out the smoothness of next year. Lots of things happening. We are working on the IT. We're making that smoother. Initially, we had to get it going. And we had a lot of people that wanted to come and train with us immediately. And technically, we weren't quite ready, which is why there was other slight delays and things like that. But now we have it working. Now it's time to improve it. Now it's time to enhance it. And also the process for the different training sessions that we're going to be offering in 2025. This is now going to be planned over the next few months, next few weeks. So hopefully come the new year, we'll have a much better plan that we'll be able to give out and show you on the website exactly where our training sessions will be, when they're going to start, a smoother application process. And more people coming through the academy. Already in the first 12 months, we've now got over 60 students. So it's been an absolutely incredible first 12 months with lots and lots of things happening, which is probably why we crashed out for a couple of weeks and just had to have a break. But yeah, now we're back firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, I think that's basically the whole thing, isn't it? I think, again, we're very aware that the way we've run things in the past, we've kind of come up with a date for a course. And we've said that, in 12 weeks' time or 8 weeks' time, we're going to run a course. And then obviously people have kind of scrabbled around behind the scenes that are interested to train with us to try and see whether that works for them, whether they can come to the UK, whether they can get accommodation, that type of thing. So we realise that that's not really the right way to do things. So we do plan to get a roadmap up, and we actually have course dates in. So you can look forward to say, I'm interested in training in the latter part of the year. Yeah. When will that course be? And the other thing is, because we now have our own office space, basically, we can run bespoke courses from here effectively tomorrow. So if people wanted to come in smaller groups, 2 to 3 to 4 people, rather than us trying to wait until we've got a group of 15 or 20 people, we can now run bespoke custom courses for less people in this office space that we're going to be in. So obviously, that's a huge step forward, really, from where we have been.
So, I mean, that would be completely unique. That literally, this is our HQ. This is where we are. You'd be in our office, and you'd be learning to do spirit release therapy, remote spirit release therapy through the academy with us in a castle in Wiltshire, in the UK. It's a completely unique concept. And I think, to be honest, we're still pinching ourselves that we've actually got this absolutely wonderful office space on wonderful location. So it is near Bristol Airport. It's in between Swindon and Bristol. It's very easy to get to on the M4 from London. It's very easy to get to from Wales, whether you're flying in from Cardiff, flying into Gatwick, flying into Heathrow. And you could learn SRA, our way of clearings, in a castle. How about that?
Yeah, I did that myself actually this morning. I turned up in the office, put the key in the door, walked in, and again, there's energy in here. And as soon as I walked in, I could feel kind of something was stood in front of me. Goosebumps, had the feeling there was spirit there. And I heard Terry, morning. I laughed to myself. I said, morning, Terry, you all right? He said, yeah, I'm here waiting. Let's get to work.
Yeah.
So literally, the minute we walked through the door, Terry effectively stood in the doorway to breathe.
Clocking us in.
It couldn't be more bizarre, really. Yeah. In fact, you couldn't write a story like it, actually, if you actually thought about what we're actually doing and how we're doing things, working hand in hand with spirit guides that, obviously most people can't see, but we're conversing with and talking with every day to Whitehawk, Chen, and Terry's obviously here mooching about. In fact, we might probably make him a cup of coffee or something, because I'm sure he wants a station somewhere. But
I think we'll certainly toast him tomorrow, won't we?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and it is, as we come into the office, we always say hi, Terence, and bidding good night on the way out as well. So he's every day he's thought of and remembered.
Yeah,
which is important.
And this is, it is a monumental step forward from that perspective, because obviously Terry was trying to run this on his own, and we've struggled with two of us to get to where we've got to now. So trying to do it on your own was always going to be a huge mountain that he was trying to climb. And obviously, from that perspective, he was very keen to try and get this into academics, academia. He was trying to connect with people that were running their own hypnosis practices. So Terry's kind of bandwidth to try and do all of these things was huge, really. And we know that between two of us, with a huge amount of time we've invested, it's difficult to move forward quickly, even with obviously twice the manpower. So I think from my perspective, it is a kind of take your hat off to Terry really for keeping that going for years on end. Because he's been doing this, or was doing it for kind of 15 years at least. So,
and for being such an influence.
Yeah, and obviously, people in academia know his name. People in the medical profession at the top know his name. Psychiatry, they know his name at the top, certainly in the UK. And his book, The Science of Spirit Possession, is a book that will probably, for some people, probably not us, come into its own if you can ever read it.
Well, it's certainly into its own.
It's a book that's written for people with an IQ of about 10 million or something that have a PhD and can kind of understand.
Yeah, we kind of struggle with it.
Type of terminology. I prefer a fiction book myself, but so I think it's nice to say hello to Agata. I think.
Yeah, she's always
Kimara,
always going to come and say hello. There's one missing as well. I can't see that.
I think it's Kimara.
But Laura, I haven't got my glasses on. We've got a big screen behind. So, like I say, we are setting up the office at the moment. This is going to be our podcast area. This is where we're going to be for our chats. This is just how we started, but we will get it looking a little bit better, a little bit nicer.
Chairs are comfy, which is
moving
forward. Well, moving forward in all ways, really.
Yeah.
So rather than working from our rooms, not our kind of bedrooms and things, or offices in house, now we actually have an office. We've got comfy chairs, so we're sort of building like a podcast area with sorting sound out. We're looking to get a lot more things online that are self-service, like meditations that you guys can download, like training, protection courses and things, also for download and self-service. So 2025, we've got quite a big roadmap of things that we're looking to achieve, really. And I think it's going to kind of be a step change from an SRA perspective.
I think it was, no question. Certainly lots of things happening. Lots and lots. Sorry?
The lady boss has turned up.
She has, yeah, I've just seen that. Yeah, lots of things happening. And lots, Andy and I, and also Natasha, who's just come on the comments, part of the management team, her and Tara. There's lots of conversations that we have about things that are going to be coming through the next 6 months. So very, very exciting times for us. A lot more work, of course, but that's always the way, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what we're here to do. I think at the end of the day, the way we see things, SRA is all about training practitioners to do this type of work. And the work is obviously clearing people, changing people's lives. And we kind of factor in to people that are having intrusive thoughts, intrusive voices, schizophrenia, that kind of thing. So, this work is life-changing for the people that get the clearings. And we're very keen to make sure that we can kind of keep the training program running so that we're training practitioners. And I think as more and more people find out about the work that we do and how we do it, the demand for clearings will kind of go through the roof, which is what we're expecting to see at some point. So we're kind of trying to kind of tailor the back end of all our IT systems, all of the online connections and things that we do in a way that we can scale, because at some point we're expecting to see this kind of avalanche of requirements and requests coming in from clients that have problems, and we can obviously push them to our certified practitioners that are available on the website.
And that's the thing. So, we know there's people out there, because people message us all the time. They're thinking about doing this, thinking about doing that. When is our next course? Please, if you are thinking about coming in next year and learning with us, please go onto the website. Please let us know. Like I say, the systems will be changing. But, even this afternoon, we were going through all the people that have come through and applied for the online course, people that are already registering for our next in-person course, even though we haven't released any dates yet. We have people wanting to do this. There is a big demand. So if you are thinking of it, come in, let us know. We will have you in the correct spreadsheet and we'll be able to contact you at the right time. It probably won't be later in December, because in December we're trying to get all the routine of 2025 as smooth as possible, but we will acknowledge your email, we will acknowledge your contact, and then we can start contacting you directly as soon as we know what's what and confirm when we're going to do everything for you. So it's exciting, mate, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. And we're drinking lots of coffee.
And we're drinking lots of coffee.
Which of
We
course
need
is
lots
good.
of coffee.
We do.
We need lots of coffee. So, from our point of view, thank you for supporting us. Thank you for being with us through the last 12 months. We've met some wonderful people all over the world. We've had some wonderful support from people we've never even met, but people that we're getting to know and consider friends because they constantly chat to us, they constantly support us, they constantly work with us. And we're very, very lucky. So thank you very much for the last 12 months. And now we're really looking forward to having a quieter December, but busy for us. We will be coming on doing podcasts. We will be planning 2025. And we look forward to hitting 2025 early in the year with a very good schedule for you to come in and work with us.
Yeah, perfect. Just going to say hi to Gabby and Ashley that popped in. Good to see you folks. Thanks for coming. We're back online, as you can see. It's back in the game.
Back in the game.
Back in the game. We've got all this tech to sort out. We've got a whole office now of huge big screens, TVs, whiteboards, cameras, there's cables everywhere. So at the moment we're trying to basically connect all these things together and get everything working. So again, there probably will be like a bedding in period from that perspective. So hopefully the sound sounds good to you guys. If you guys could, in fact, give us a thumbs up or thumbs down on the sound, because obviously we haven't tested anything. We've just hooked everything up.
Yeah, and we can't hear it.
Kind of gone live. So we could be talking to ourselves, but obviously we can see you on the screen. So that's cool. Sharon's talking about joining us on the course. Perfect. We're looking forward to seeing you, Sharon.
Yeah.
Again, there's going to be a lot more choices. We plan to have more courses with more options to do different things. So we are going to be consolidating and changing the way that we offer courses and the way we work. So there's lots of things happening really from our perspective, which is cool. And I guess I'd probably quite like to say, thanks to Jane, obviously my wife, and Louise, Jono's wife, because, they haven't seen us for a year. They probably prefer it if they didn't see us, actually.
Yeah.
Obviously, they are behind the scenes.
Yeah,
Kind of,
and they're quite happy.
they are behind the scenes watching what's happening, and they are kind of supporting us. And they've been there through the kind of thick and thin, because we have had quite a lot of challenges to kind of overcome, really, on this journey. And we expect to get challenged, because obviously we're working against that negative aspect, and there's always negative interference in one way or another. So, thanks to the wives and obviously you guys for supporting us as well.
They have. They've gone through every experience that we've had. They've gone through it with us as well, and more. So, a massive thanks to Jane and to Louise. And it sounds like the sound is very clear.
The sound is good.
So we're kind of happy with that.
Because it's like a cathedral in here, actually.
Yeah.
The sound kind of echoes around, because it's quite a big, tall office with a huge, big ceiling. So we weren't sure if it was going to sound like we were sat in some big cathedral, which wouldn't be a bad thing. But then we are in a castle, so I guess it should sound like a castle.
Which is just unbelievable. So we're going to wish you all very well, and we will be speaking to you soon, and we will be updating you in the near future. So thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for confirming that the sound works all right as well.
Which is cool. And again, if you need anything, you want to contact us, just drop us an email. contact@spiritleaseacademy.com is the address. Obviously, the website's got a contact form and things on. And if you're interested in signing up for some courses in the new year, in person or online, then just fill the application form in. That then gets uploaded to a spreadsheet, which we then work through behind the scenes, and we can kind of talk to you and get some emails and things out. So, thanks for your support.
Thank you very much. Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Lucky you're not bald on top.